Hello, this is a complete Libra mini build guide. I noticed that all the different resources for how to put this thing together and change the layout and everything is kind of scattered, so I'm putting it all together in one video. Let's just start. Let's get right to it. So, this is the build guide I used. There are different build guides on the internet on YouTube that you can use. This one's pretty good. I liked it. Just remember that when you're putting together the kit, you have to use these square-shaped nuts and put them in. Sometimes it's not entirely clear when you're stacking the acrylic to put them in, but you need those in order to put it together because there's screws that you screw through this in order to attach the separate acrylic pieces together. It'll make sense when you build it, but just remember that part and you'll be fine. It's kind of intimidating looking when you first get it because it's just in a box with all the different pieces, but it's actually easier than you think. Just remember to peel off all the acrylic like protection material. It's like almost like a sticker. You have to peel off each individual piece. It might take a while, but overall it's not too bad. And I would recommend using the metal plate that comes with it. I was trying to use the plastic, or I'm not sure what the material was, but it might have also been acrylic, the plate, but it broke when I was trying to put in the switches. So I just recommend just start by using the metal plate because it's more reliable. It's just harder to break. As for where to buy the keyboard, I bought it on AliExpress. I think that's where most people buy it. This one's a pretty good seller. Lots of people order from this person. And the difference between the kits is that some come with keycaps and switches, and then this one just comes with switches, and this one comes with no keycaps or switches. So if you have your own keycaps or switches, or you want to buy them yourself elsewhere, just buy the base kit. And also note that it doesn't come with a USB-C cable, so you have to also get that yourself if you don't have any. And for the stabilizers, there's no stabilizers. You use PCB mount screw-in stabilizers. I used Everglide stabs. You can also buy them on AliExpress. You get the 2U ones. There are one for each thumb key. And if you want a non-split, just long backspace, like a traditional backspace, you need a third stabilizer. Otherwise, you only need the two. Then, there's this other seller. There's no reviews for this one. It's cheaper. You can use that at your discretion, I guess. But if you want to just play it safe, I'd rather just get it from here. There's good options for each one, depending on what you want. This was a good video. You should like this video. It's actually really good. When I was searching for software solutions, so I just did not know how to change the layout on this keyboard. I made a post on r/mechanical keyboards, and some people helped me, like Midgy Bacon. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but they linked to this file that you can save. They linked to the GitHub. It's the vial.json file. And it worked for me, I believe, for a little bit, but then it stopped working. If you want to try using it, you download the VIA software, not Vial, VIA, and you go to the Design tab, use V2 definitions depreciated, and then the file they gave. And then this should appear like this. And then I usually selected these two, depending on what you want to edit the software with. And then you go to the Configure tab. And this is where it should or would have showed up. But for me, it just gets stuck on searching for devices. For a little bit, it didn't. But you can try using this as a last resort. I'll show you the other option that you can use, the one that actually works for me. So I tried to look on r/olkb. Someone else asked about converting the JSON file that you have to, or JSON to QMK, because it's just so nice and easy to use the QMK online configurator, but that's not how it works. I tried to respond to this person. No one responded to this person. They didn't get back to me, but it's fine because I made a post myself about it on r/olkb. They are a great community of people who know a lot about hardware and software. And this is where I got the breakthrough from this guy, Tweety DeBerty, and he said this: QMK isn't the same as VIA, and neither is VIA the same as VIO. That might be really obvious to some of you watching, but it was not to me. I didn't even know the difference between these. So, you have to download the VIO software. You can search up all this stuff. I have it in the GitHub in the description. I put it on my GitHub, all the files in one place. And you can just get the installer here for whichever operating system you have. If you want the actual file you need to use, I also have that on the GitHub, but how I found it was I searched up trying to find it on the internet, and I found it here. So this is on r/mechanical keyboards, Libra 62 and Libra Mini, and it was really far down here. So this guy, Pizza on Pineapple, thanks to this guy, he found it in this video's comments by Canna QWERTY. And then Canna QWERTY posted the link to the Google Drive, which is here. So this is the file you need. I also have it on the GitHub, so you don't need to go through the rabbit hole to find this thing. So I have everything here. So you use this one for VIO, and this one is the one for the actual VIA software, but you shouldn't need this one. I just added it just in case. So if you go to the VIO software, open it up, you'll get a little window like this. Then you click sideload via JSON. Downloads, I have it in my downloads. And you click this one. And from here, your layout should actually appear. And you should be able to tinker with it, like if I change this to like a Q. And open this. Yeah, and it's changed. It changes on the fly. You don't even need to do some sort of loading onto your keyboard. If it's already connected, then it just changes. Or if you don't have a Libra keyboard yet, and just want to try out the software to see if it works for you, you would click Load Dummy, and you'd click this, and then you'd load a saved layout. I have a saved layout right here, an example layout on the GitHub that you can try and use and play around with, just as an example, if you really want to try it out before getting it, something like that. Anyways, it works. I think that's it, actually. So hopefully that helped you. You can now put it together, buy it, and change the layout, not in that order. Hopefully this helped all of you. All right, see ya.